Welcome to Spotlight. I'm your host, Josh Chapman. Today I'll be joined by Ryan from the St. Clair County Department of Veteran Affairs, and today's show is sponsored by the Simcoe Energy Gas Company. Ryan, how we doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Good, good. It's been a little while, so it's
It has, yeah.
It's going well. What's happening at the Department of Affairs?
So the big, exciting for us, for everybody, it should be thing, is we have a millage coming up.
Okay.
So I wanted to come today just to kind of explain what your millage gets you with the St. Clair County Department of Veterans Affairs, and honestly to explain that we are a millage funded office, which a lot of people don't realize.
Okay. So your office, all the programs, supports, and resources that you provide are millage funded. So before we get into the millage and kind of what we're asking of the public, can you give us a snapshot of what the Department of Affairs does for veterans in St. Clair County?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, we like to think of ourselves as the hub for kind of everything veteran within the county.
Okay.
And the reason why is because, yeah, we are funded by county residents. So our office is completely, basically completely dedicated to St. Clair County residents, their families, their loved ones, whether it be veterans or not. Obviously, we specialize in, helping veterans, but we like to think of ourselves, and increasingly, hopefully, we think of ourselves as just part of the community at this point. So we start with veterans benefits there. Typically, we provide services like housing assistance. We have emergency grant funds that we can use for, let's say, an individual's, maybe not during the summer, but during the winter, their furnace goes out.
Okay.
It's really cold. They have no other way to pay it. We do have some resources available in our office and also by referral to help little things like that get paid. Primarily what we do, though, is we assist veterans and their dependents in filing for disability claims and for basically any benefits they may be eligible for through the federal VA. We're kind of like a liaison between the county resident and the big old federal VA.
Gotcha. Okay, so this is not, so there's sometimes some distinction issues of you are completely separate, if I'm hearing that. Not separate totally, but obviously there's a professional working relationship, but this is truly a county-designed entity.
It's a unique job because we like to let people think we are the federal VA because then they come to us for assistance and we can help them. But the nice thing about that is we're not beholden to them for anything.
Understood.
Only the county residents and, of course, working for the county. So the nice thing is that we can kind of give an accurate snapshot about what their benefits are, no ulterior motives, whatever that may be, other than to just assist the veterans who are already keeping us afloat.
Okay, all right. So now that we've kind of talked about the what, I think the why is so I'm a voter looking for information and to do my research, if you will, on why we should support the millage. What do you have to say to voters who are considering as we're in open early voting?
It's next week.
Yeah.
The big day is next week.
Yeah.
So a lot of information I actually just released to our Facebook page, so I'll be keeping that updated pretty much every day up until the election, just to kind of highlight some of the things that our office does do or has done in the past year. But our biggest selling point, honestly, and when I talked about community earlier, this is where that kind of comes into play, is with our millage, which is about $700,000 that funds our office each year. We are able to turn that into, when we file disability claims, when we help people directly or their families or indirectly, the amount of benefits coming in from the federal VA to St. Clair County residents is about $80 million. And that's for just monthly compensation, for pension, for educational benefits, for medical benefits. So we turn less than $1 million, and we're not responsible for all of that, but a large chunk of it into pumping it back into the community to help everybody.
So this is really at what, $7 at every county resident?
Basically, yeah, it's about five to seven, I think.
Okay, and you extrapolate that by 100%. Is that what I'm hearing?
Man, more or less, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so if folks have questions, they have specifics that they want to chop shop about, how do they get a hold of you to discuss whether it be the millage or seeking services for themselves or a loved one?
Yeah, easiest way is just to give us a ring at area code 810-989-6945. We have receptionists to take your call to kind of screen for benefit eligibility or kind of direct the veteran or their loved one basically wherever they can go best. So that's probably the easiest way. We do a lot of things by appointment just because it is kind of complicated,
right,
honestly, when it comes to the federal side of things. But really, if there's a veteran who's in need in any way, we just like to be contacted so we can figure out how to help them out. So that number, 810-989-6945. We're also at 200 Grand River Avenue, Suite 104 in the county building.
Yeah.
And like I said, our Facebook, we use that a lot, so Facebook message works just fine too.
And you want them to get out and vote on August 8th?
Vote, vote, vote.
There you go. Well, Ryan, it's a pleasure. Thank you for all the great work that you do in our community.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on Spotlight.